What's happening, everyone? Dave Bowen, the last honest marketer. And man, am I fired up today, guys. I am fired up. I am making it the best day of my life. And I hope that you are too. Because I'll tell you, my reason for doing this video is that I had an incredible experience happen to me last night, guys. And incredible isn't even a worthy word of describing it. It was just unbelievable, breathtaking, and brought tears of joy to my eyes. And it's almost doing that right now. But anyways, okay, throughout this video, I'm going to tell you that story. I'm going to try to keep it short because it is quite a long story. I want to tell you the beginning, and because that's, I want you to get the whole story, because that's where the power comes in. And as a matter of fact, I just connected, because I get on this call every morning, and that is something I do want to bring up to you guys. Get on this call. It's a non-company specific call. It's called the Think and Grow Rich call. Okay, guys? That's all it is. They talk about, read from Think and Grow Rich, and they discuss it. At the last 30 minutes of the call, you can mastermind. You can get on and share your thoughts. Well, today, I've been on this call for months. I mean, 4 months, 3-4 months, and I haven't got on the call before. And as far as speaking, and today, because of the experience that I had, I got on and I shared. And man, I'll tell you, it was powerful, guys. I was literally almost in tears at the end of telling my story, and it probably will happen again telling you the story. So, I set my intention for every single video that I do, and some of you that follow me, almost every single one of my videos is off the cuff. Okay, it's not edited. Really, the only editing I do is adding, like a button that says click the link below and click that red button below and get started. But other than that, I don't do any video, like actual taking parts out or anything like that. I believe in being 100% me, and if you don't like it, then that's fine. That's fine, Not everybody likes everybody, so that's understandable. And I can't please everybody. That's something I learned, a little while ago. Something I wish I would have learned a long time ago, because I am a people pleaser. I want to please people, everyone. I want to help people. And man, it's because just before I hopped on this video, and I'll go ahead and get into the story. Some of you have heard this before, but you haven't heard what happened last night, and you haven't heard the majority of the story. So, about a year ago, almost to the day, actually it was like October, 2nd, some beginning of October, end of September. I was down in West Virginia. I'd left this great job that I had here in Delaware. Well, at the time, I thought it was a great job. And, where I was on track to make over 6 figures in 2012. And even even the owner called me kind of an idiot. He said, "Do you realize that you're 24 years old and you're on track to make, $108,000 this year?" Yeah, I know, Jim, but I had that entrepreneur mindset even back then. And I had this thinking. My thinking was that this would be a long-term opportunity, someplace I could stay at long term. So anyways, long story short, I go down there and it didn't work out. All right, and I was pretty torn up. I mean, I wasn't like crying, stuff like that. I was inside. I was torn because I had left my nice apartment, my nice, at the time, nice job, which if I hadn't have gone to West Virginia, I wouldn't be in network marketing. I wouldn't be online. I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you today. And so that night that I realized it wasn't going to work out, and basically it didn't work out. This is something I haven't told you guys before, is number one, because the lady that runs the place, and not just because she's a lady. You ladies watching this, that's not what I'm saying. Ladies can do a man's job just as good, if not better, than any man, and most men, I should say. So anyways, she just was an idiot. I mean, I guess that's the best way I can put it. And I'm not trying to be mean, but she had no idea what she was doing. She had gotten her money from a lawsuit from suing a car dealer over, supposed sexual harassment when it wasn't. From the stories I've heard. Again, this is rumors. I can't go by facts, but anyways, okay. And it didn't work out because that, and she was messing with my pay, and I came too far. I left my family, everything else to put up with that stuff. So again, I was torn inside, and that night, I pray every morning and night, and I've done that for the past 20 months, just about every single day. Or I should say 19. Well, no, 20. Yeah, 20. Because I am 20 months sober, but anyways, that's long story. 20 months. So I got on my knees that night, and it was a little different prayer. And I said that exact same prayer before I turned on the video camera here, right now. And that was that, God, I am your servant. Whatever it is that you want me to do, I will do it. Obviously, you have a plan for me that I don't 100% know. And that's fine, as long as you show me the way when the way needs to be revealed, and you guide me and you allow me to do your will. And if you want me to be a preacher, I will be a preacher. If you want me to be a teacher, I will be a teacher. If you want me to go back to the car business, I will go back to the car business. Whatever it is that you want me to do, God, help me to do it. But know that I want to make a difference in the world. Know that I want to change people's lives. That I want to help people. And that was basically the prayer that I said that night and just now. And I'll tell you, I didn't know at the time what was going to happen back almost a year ago. I knew that I didn't want to go back to the car business, though. I was fed up with the car business, even though I had tried to get out for a long time. I joke about it being like the mafia. For me, it was. I tried to get out 2 or 3 times, and like my dad, I thought that was the only thing I could do. Well, luckily, God had shown me another way, but, that was after I came back home. I went to another car dealership, but at that car dealership, most of you have probably heard this story, I met this big old tough-looking dude named Ken, and one part I left out of this story. I remember when I first started there, and if you've been around car dealerships, or maybe you've even sold cars before, you're going to get a kick out of this, because this is how car guys are. I mean, a lot of them. Oh, how long are you going to last? That's what he said to me when I first started. Oh, that was funny. He said, should I even remember your name? How long are you going to last? Oh man. So I didn't have a good first impression of the guy. But anyways, I was outside smoking. Yes, that's one of the only bad habits I have left. So apologize if you have a problem with smokers. It is a bad habit. I do recognize that. But anyways, I was outside smoking. So was he. He comes up to me, tells me about a business opportunity. Long story short, I joined. I got in network marketing, and it totally changed my life. But over the next 8 months or 7 months, something like that, about 3 months in that network marketing company, I struggled. I made no money. I made zero money in that company. And I was fortunate and blessed only by the grace of God that I had a lot of money saved up and that I had other assets available. So I made no money in that. I got into Empower Network back January 3rd, and I made very little money in Empower Network for quite a while. I made enough money to get me by, barely. But again, with your business, because it is a business, you need to invest in it. Well, I wasn't necessarily seeing a high return on investment. The money I was spending on advertising and tools and other things like that are part of a business. I was barely getting by, and I had to sell everything that I owned. And I want you to understand something. I only tell you this story, okay, because I am through this struggle. I only talk about this struggle, my struggles, these struggles I'm telling you about, because I am through them. If I was still in them, I would not be talking about them, because I would just be reassuring my problems. It's not that I don't want to be upfront and honest with you guys, because, you know, I am an honest guy. That's who I want to be. It's simply because I don't want to reaffirm. Again, focus on what you do want, not what you don't want. Power of positive thinking. You focus on positive things, you're going to get positive results. And so therefore, the only reason I'm talking about it is because I am now through it. But what I can tell you is that for the next 6 months or so, no, I'm sorry, for really the past 8 months that I've been online, except for the past few weeks that I've started seeing, you know, results and things. But for the past just about 8 months, we'll say 7 months. You know, I have a, you know, I can walk outside right here. I have a little balcony. You guys see me do some of my videos there, and I live out in the country, and you know, the sky is a lot of nights just beautiful, just freaking beautiful. And every night when I go out smoking, I would look out at the stars, but I would pick, you know, basically a particular star, and I would sit there and stare at it, and I would say a prayer. And essentially, basically, this prayer just said that, God, please, please help me make this work. Give me a sign that I am on the right track. Well, you know, for really about 7 months, he didn't give me much of a sign. Actually, the signs he was giving me was that this wasn't going to work. But I never gave up. And Napoleon Hill, this is where it gets good, guys. Okay? Pay close attention. Napoleon Hill, in his Rare Recordings audio, talks about how when you have a purpose, because see, I hear a lot of people tell me when I talk about, you know, as long as you see it and believe it, you will achieve it. You will get it. Well, they say, well, you know, that puts you on the, you know, authority board with God. That's you know, you controlling, you know, doing God's will, not yours. No. If my purpose, as long as my purpose aligns with the laws of the universe, for example, Hitler had a major definite purpose, didn't he? He had a purpose in life. He had a goal, and I'm sure he believed that he could achieve that, and I'm sure that he took action to achieve that. But that goal did not align with the laws of the universe, because with every evil comes the seed of with every evil comes a virus of its own destruction. You look back down through history, when I heard Napoleon Hill say that, it hit me. I'm like, holy man, he's right. The Roman Empire, Hitler, Stalin. I can't think of a whole lot more. I mean, there's tons, but off the top of my head, I can't think of a whole lot more. But it's true. And so when your purpose aligns with the universe, and my purpose is to truly help people. One of the first things I want to do, and that's why I had this up to talk about it, is retire my parents, guys. I told you that my dad recently, a little over a year ago, actually it's almost been 2 years now, got pushed out of a dealership that he was at for 22 years, that he busted his butt, that he put in 80 hours a week, 7 days a week to build. And became part owner in it, invested a lot of money into it, and he got pushed out. And it's unfortunate, because a guy had to get greedy and forget that it's people that got him where he is today. But that's a topic for another video. But his dad died of a heart attack at like age 51 or 52. I never got to meet him. My dad is now 57, I think. Yeah, 57. And he's not in the best shape. You know, he smokes cigars, and you know, and he just he's a high-strung dude. And I know that he cannot last much longer. And so that is one of my biggest major definite purposes. You know, the other one is to, as you can see, it kind of got cut off, but help 10 people earn a full-time income online in the next 90 days. Okay? So, and then I want to give money to charities. I mean, I have all kinds of other stuff in my major definite purpose. So my point is that my major definite purpose aligns with the universe. So here's the thing. When your major definite purpose aligns with the laws of the universe, and it's about helping others. Of course, you have to help yourself first before you can help others. Money isn't a bad thing, okay? Just because you want to make a lot of money, you want to become a millionaire, you see this nice things, look at that freaking house, man, that mansion, that is beautiful, okay? Just because that's ridiculously, you know, insane, beautiful, and really expensive, I would imagine, does not mean that it doesn't align with the laws of the universe or God, as long as I help others. And so, my long story short, okay, um, as long as I never give up. And this is another thing that Napoleon Hill talks about, is that God, or whoever you call your higher power, I believe in God. Whatever you believe in is cool. But like I said, I do believe in God, and without God, I wouldn't be where I am today. Every result, every success that you guys see happen to me, and that I send to you, all the glory goes to God, guys. Seriously. Because again, a year ago, I told him that I was here to serve him and I would do whatever he wanted me to do. So what I'm doing is for him. But anyways, God is going to test you. He's going to test you. If he didn't, everybody would be rich, and that couldn't happen. It just couldn't happen. Look at communism. Communism doesn't work. So the fact of the matter is that people give up. People quit in their test from God. They give up. And see, what God is doing is he's doing that exact thing. He's testing you to see whether you're a man or a worm, as Napoleon Hill puts it. And I think that's a really good way to put it. We all go through tests, guys. But I can tell you this. The experience that I have is out of this world. I mean, I not only have experience with alcohol and drug addiction and where that took me, but I have experience with my business and where that took me, which was selling everything I owned. I literally have like 3 things left to my name, guys. Okay? I had, of course, now I'm building things back up. And that was my thinking from the beginning, is who cares about this? Yeah, it hurt a little bit. I mean, see, I'm looking at the bigger picture. Yeah, I'm selling this nice '04 Yamaha R1 that I invested a lot of time and not a lot of money, but some money into, new tires, powder coat the rims, things like that. And I freaking love that bike. But I was looking at, I can get, I can retire my parents. I can get way nicer things than that, and have the freedom to do what I want to do with it. Because see, the problem was that I worked so much I couldn't even ride it. So there's really no price on freedom. There's really no price on freedom, guys. So to finish this story, did I already? I don't think I did. Anyway, I would go outside for 7 or 8 months and look up the stars. I told you that part, and ask God, please give me a sign. Okay, and I told you that he was basically giving me signs that it wouldn't work. Well, anyways, I didn't give up. That's where I left off on that. And I kept pushing. I kept going. I kept selling what I had to sell to keep me afloat. And last night, I was on the phone with a very good friend of mine, actually my assistant, who's also a very good friend of mine. And we were talking, and I've never seen a shooting star in my life. I've always wanted to. I've always wanted to see one, because I've always heard their good luck and things like that. And so I was talking to him last night on the phone. I was outside because it was late at night, things like that, and I wanted to look up at the stars. And I just so happened to look in the same general direction that I looked at for the last 8 months, asking God to give me a sign. And wouldn't you freaking know it, a shooting star. And I knew that was God saying, your prayer has been answered. And guys, I got to tell you, it was incredible. It was absolutely incredible. And no words can really express how I feel. I typed a Facebook post last night, and I sent it out to you guys. I don't know if you looked at it or not, but I thought it was. I still think it was the most powerful Facebook post I have ever done. Not this one. Bear with me a moment. Okay. This one. So it started out, I was doing a video, and I stumbled this video here. I think I had put it through Social Right There, but I'm pretty sure I took it out. So I got some links from Social Right There, and that really doesn't matter. But I've really have done no backlinkings to this video. I haven't done any paid likes, paid comments, paid views, or any of that stuff. Paid shares, other than Social Right There. And so I was doing a video, and I do this script in a lot of my videos about telling my story about how I got started online. I typed in how to generate network marketing leads online, and I tell about how funny thing is today, I rank number 2 for that. Well, I just so happened to look down, and I have no idea how long that's been there. I really don't. But I never even thought. I forgot about that video. I mean, that's a video that I did, it doesn't even say, March 19th. And there it is, because of my secret YouTube code. Anyways, that's how this whole post started, but it turned into something completely different. Every single day, I'm amazed at how well my secret YouTube method is working. Every single day, I stumble across yet another video that is ranking for tough keywords, and even videos I haven't even backlinked are ranking for tough keywords, like the one in the picture. It's seriously unfreaking believable. And although for about 5 or 6 months I struggled, and I sold every single thing I owned to make this business work, I can tell you I would do it 100 times over if I had to. And that is the truth, guys. Because the feeling that I experience today from the success I have been having is absolutely incredible. So incredible, in fact, that words can't describe how I feel. And guys, I typed this post before the whole shooting star thing happened. And I wouldn't feel this way if I didn't go through what I went through to get where I am today. And I especially wouldn't feel this way if I had given up. Amazing that once I started taking massive action and I started to focus on helping others, the results started to come from everywhere. So much that I wondered where they were all along. Because just like Earl Nightingale said, no man can get rich himself unless he enriches others. So if you're struggling right now, whether in life or in business, just remember that everything you go through is for a reason. Remember that every struggle, every adversity has a seed of an equivalent benefit, and if you look for that seed, you will find it. Lastly, remember, if you focus on negative things, you will get negative results. If you focus on positive things, you will get positive results. Love you all, and make it the best day of your life now, because it is day. And guys, I don't know about you, but man, I thought that was one of the most powerful, it is the most powerful Facebook post I've ever done, because it was straight from the heart. And like I said, the feeling that I feel is priceless. It's priceless, guys. I'm a recovering alcoholic and drug addict, and I can tell you that no drug ever gave me this feeling. And I've done a ton of drugs at once, different drugs at once, and I can tell you it never gave me the feeling that I feel. Jim Rohn, I believe, is the one that originated this, has a quote. And I love this freaking quote, man, because and especially now since I've experienced it. I'm going to end with this. He said, "You could become a millionaire and give it all away, because the person that you became on the way to becoming a millionaire, you could make it right back." And guys, that is the gosh darn truth. I would not appreciate where I am today if I hadn't have gone through what I've gone through. And I wouldn't be able to share my experience, strength, and hope with my team, with you, with anybody that I come into contact with. There was somebody who messaged me on Facebook last night. Was telling me that she's been in 4 business opportunities. She stumbled across my videos. And she's failed in 4 business opportunities. And like I told her, I don't think I did put this in there. It's just something I wanted to say. Now I forgot because I started talking about something else. Was that it's not failing, it's experiencing. And I kind of said that in a different way because I talked about how I sold everything I owned and it was worth it. Blah blah blah. So see, my experience is benefiting others, guys. Already. Just imagine the lives you can impact. That's all I got, guys. Boom. Click the link below. Get started with us today, guys. It's not about the sales to me, okay? Yes, I want to make sales. I need to make sales. It's a business. I don't look at them, even though it does say to sales, that's just the way that, of course, that we put it. It's people. I look at it as 2 people who I can change, whose lives I can change. That's the way I look at it, guys. So get started today. Get into our team site and the Prosperity Team site. Get into the 90 days to full time, guys. It's amazing. Talk to you guys later.